I don't know if you could even hear me, so I'm just kind of going with it. But so on this one, I'm just going to talk about how God's law is for God, is not for God. And I'm not going to be answering anything in the chat, so this is only going to be like 5 minutes. I'm a straight, safe, boring stretch of road. So I think a lot of one of the clarities that I like to see more in the church and in Christianity in general is the understanding that God's law has God. It has nothing to do with God. Like that's for us. That's for our benefit. And awareness of God's law is for our benefit. And by the way, God's law, believe it or not, this one's gonna be hard to say. God's law is not the Ten Commandments. I said it. I just said it. God's law is not the Ten Commandments. People don't realize that the Ten Commandments, the Decalogue, the 640 commandments, whatever, there's a whole bunch, 460, whatever. There's a whole bunch of laws, right? The Deuteronomical laws, the Levitical laws, the dietary laws, the blah, 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 blah. Right? There are a lot of laws out there. A lot of laws. A lot of laws. Keep y'all thinking. And at a certain point, you start to wonder, like, who keeps making up all these laws? It's not God. It's people. So people, what happened with the Decalogue and in the 42 Confessions of Mayat and all those other type of laws was that the ancients were looking at people who were living the best lives, who were being the best human beings. And they were saying, what is it about these people? What qualities do they have that makes them exceptional? And then they're like, okay, they don't kill their parents or whatever. You know, go through the Ten Commandments. They honor God. They only make God their single God they worship. They love their neighbor, like Jesus said. And then all the others, they take rest every 7 days or whatever. So they were looking at the people that were doing the best, and then they codified that. Of course, Moses did the same thing, but basically the laws that we see are not for God. Like God doesn't need like any of that. It's for us. It's for us to live an exceptional life, a peaceful life, a beautiful life, a joyful life. That's what it's about. And so the moralists come up and be like, oh, if you cuss, that's a sin. You use the Lord's name in vain. And then they use fake cuss words, like instead of saying fuck, they say buck. And then all these stupid ass fucking words. Or whatever, you know. And it's like, no, God is not impressed. God could care less. And how do you know? Is there all those people you see in the Bible? Throughout the Bible, God's like, yeah, my David is a man after my heart. He lied, he cheated, he committed adultery, he murdered, he stole, he broke the Sabbath. Like that's 6 commandments out of 10 already. I think he honored his mother and father, okay, and he definitely honored God. But he also allowed the children of Israel to worship false gods like Solomon. So he basically broke most of the commandments, and God was like, "Oh, David's a man after my own heart." And he's also in the, I think he's in the table of faith, in Hebrews 11. So clearly, and God says over and over, your what is it? Your righteous, not your righteousness, but your works, basically, like your morality, your moralism doesn't matter to me. Like God is like, brother, what's that? That's what God is saying. Every single time we're like, hey God, I didn't cuss. Hey God, I was nice to that beggar over there. Hey God, I'm not gay. God's like, brother, God does not care. Those are for us. God's like, okay, so these are parameters. You see that cliff, that 1,000-foot drop? There's a border there, just so you don't fall off and kill yourself. That's what the laws are about. But the moralists say, oh, God cares so much. God doesn't give a fat fuck. Yeah, I said it. All right. So God is good. God is great. God is the greatest. And God gave the worm humanity, and we're not worms. We're children of the Most High. But like a lot of people crawl around on their belly like worms. Say, oh God, I'm trying to be a good person, God. And how come all these bad things are happening to me, God? Why? And God's like, what are you talking about? I've surrounded you with abundance and beauty and power. I've given you a functioning brain. I put you on your path in life, and you keep getting off of it. What is your problem? Of course, God doesn't judge us or give us hell for it. God's not our parents. But in the Bible, the way that the Bible presents God is what I'm talking about. Again, this is a geopolitical Christian perspective. It's not based on moralistic Christianity. So there are a lot of people that are gonna be like, oh, you're a deceiver, you're from the devil, you're Satan. Okay, I'm Satan, I'm from the devil, whatever. I don't care what you think. They said the same thing about Jesus, so I know that I'm on the right path. Because they said he healed people by the power of Satan. They also said he drove demons out of people by the power of the Lord of demons, the Lord of devils. Okay, so I'm in the right company if you guys think I'm a Satanist or a devil worshiper or a deceiver. All right? But God's law is for us. It's not for God. God made the Sabbath for man, not man for the Sabbath. Jesus said that. There are two commandments. Love the Lord your God, and him only shalt thou serve, and love your neighbor as yourself. That's it. God didn't give us those laws because he wanted to, like, spank our butts and give us a hard time. God gave us those laws. I don't think God gave us any of those laws. I think those laws were just presented by human beings so that, we can identify what the right path in life looks like. And really to also identify when we're slipping. And that's it. So, anyway, that's what I have to say about that. And I'm so sorry I couldn't get in the chat, y'all, because I'm doing the safe thing here. I'm living my message right now. The laws are for safety. Now, there are no laws about, like, just talking to yourself in the car while your phone happens to be on. So, I don't know about all that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I wish that I could do a thing where my phone would, like, yell out the comments and I could respond to them, but I can't. So, sorry. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. God's law is for us, not for God. All right. That's all I got to say about that. God bless y'all. And when I put it on play and then do another video. All right. That's it.